Hello everyone. So today I'm excited to announce my reading challenge that I created. So my idea for this came from, being very bored and looking at astrology videos because I was bored. So I know a lot of people like to look at their birth charts. They like to see what the stars say about you. So I decided, what if we make it into a way to build a TBR? Because why not? A lot of people look at it for fun. This was a fun take on it, I thought. So, anyways, I would like to preface this by saying I am not an astrology expert. So if you feel that any of these descriptions that I put in here are not correct, please take it with a grain of salt. This is me just trying to make something fun. Okay? Okay. So, anyways, I have tried to put 3 options together for prompts that go along with each zodiac sign. So that's gonna all be linked below for you to peruse and look at. I have linked astro.com as a way to pick up your birth chart if you do not already have it, but I used the specific little square that they have that lists out 12 of your placements. So I picked it off of there. So if you want to make it really easy and just use what I used, you're going to go to astro.com. You're going to use that little block, and I'm going to try to pop my little block here so you see what I'm talking about. But you'll notice it does not have your rising in it, but it has, like, instead of that, it has like your Chiron and your true node, which I think is like your north node. So anyways, we're using those 12 placements to build the TBR. So now here we'll show you how I built mine, but also in there I included some examples of books. You do not have to pick off of those examples. You can, they're literally just to kind of give you an idea. All right, so you do not have to go exactly off of the examples books that I listed. Just use the keywords that are in there to help you pick it. So this is, it's meant to be kind of loose. Like, if you don't feel like what I put is right, then just put pick a book you think reflects that sign. That's all you gotta do. So anyways, we're going to go through my TBR that I built with my placements. So for example, that's how I built mine. So off of that little block that I had that I got from astro.com, I filled it in with my placements so that way I don't forget them and I don't have to reference back. And then I picked books based off of the prompts that were in the list that I made. So, like, I'm a Pisces sun and moon. So for those I went, Pisces is the last one, we're the 12th one. And so I put it, let's see. So the first line of stuff is just like general, like this one I put water. It's water, creative, sensual, sensitive. These are just the words that I found online that represent this sign. So that's, just a guide to help you pick like the vibe of book. You don't necessarily have to use those as keywords. The line under it with the asterisk, that is where I put, like actual prompts to help you pick books specifically. So like Pisces, I put set on a boat or in water, or you just pick one, okay? You don't have to do all of them unless you're just really ambitious for some reason. So set on a boat or in water, fantasy romance, or has mermaids and sirens. So for my first 2 picks here, I put of sea foam and salt water for my first pick, because this one has I think this one has mermaids, but it's also set in water, so it kind of fits 2 options. And then for my second one, for the moon, I put Daughter of the Pirate King. But this one, I've been wanting to read this, so perfectly good. Also for this challenge, I decided I was gonna pick all books that I own already. You don't have to do that, it's just what I did to help me get through more of my physically owned books. But, you know, fit it to your needs, alright? But this is what I chose to do. So anyways, Daughter of the Pirate King, that's what I picked for my second placement, the moon placement, which is also Pisces. Because this one is set on a boat or on the water. Pirates, I assume they're gonna be in a boat or on the water, so you know, there you go. Then my Mercury and Venus are both Aries. So for Aries, let's see, for the first one I picked How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories. And let me see, because that, yes, fast-paced. The options on this are fast-paced, adventurous, or mountain set, or in a mountain setting. So this one, I don't know necessarily there's gonna be mountains in this, but when I looked it up, it did have the tags, because I'm using Storygraph, so they tag it that way, where it's like, this is fast-paced and adventurous. So that's how I put this on here. King of Elfheim. And then for my Mercury, which was also Aries, I picked Sea of Roses, because this is also supposed to be like an adventurous book. I think it's a pirate romance. So pirates are full of adventure. And, you know, obviously I like that shit because I already have one other one on here. But anyway, so Sea of Roses for the adventurousness of it. And then let's see, Mars, I have Gemini. And that I picked up Temple of Swoon. Where'd it go? For that one I picked up Temple of Swoon. Okay, so yes, for Gemini the options are has twins, or it's in a circus setting, or it's like funny comedic. This one's supposed to be funny. It was tagged as funny, so we're hoping that's gonna be funny. So that's how this ended up on here. And then my Jupiter Leo. So for Leo, the options that I put are epic fantasy, set in Africa, or has the mafia in it. So for me, I went with the set in Africa or fantasy adjacent, because you know, there's a lot of fantasy inspired by certain places. So in this case, I went with like an African inspired world setting. And so for that one, I picked Raybearer. And I mean, you know, Leo's got the lion. It also had lions on the cover. Like, you couldn't go wrong. I feel like it can't go wrong. So anyways, I've heard really good things about this book. I'm really excited. So that's for my Leo placement. My Saturn, we have Aquarius, which the options were like sci-fi, horror, or an indie author, I believe. And so I picked sci-fi and went with Red Rising. Everybody talks so much hype about this book, so I need to see. I have the whole series that's out anyways. I think it's still continuing, but I have everything that's out already, so you know, I need to find out if I like this, because if I don't, then that's a lot of books I can clear out. But anyways, I'm hoping I like it, because you know, I already went through the hassle of collecting it all. And I mean, everybody says that this is the shit, so I'm really hoping it is, for me too. But anyways, Red Rising. After that we have Uranus, which Capricorn for me. And so I have like a few Capricorn placements. Let's read the list. For Capricorn, we have nonfiction classics or translated fiction. So for the first placement, for the Uranus placement, I went for Butts, a Backstory. This is nonfiction. It's about how, I believe it's about how society views our butts, you know, because there's a lot of hype about it depending on where you are and who you're around and stuff. So anyways, a book about butts, a nonfiction about butts, so that should be interesting. And then Neptune, I also have Capricorn, and so I picked for translated fiction, I went for manga. Manga, manhwa, we got them. So for this, I picked the first one for Neptune. I have Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, the comic, number 2. This is translated. This is a translated comic, so you know, you could do this. You could do like a translated novel, but you know, this is a 12-book TBR, and we wanted to keep it realistic. Anyways, so yeah, I've started that series. I'm just gonna continue. For my Pluto, I have Scorpio. And so for Scorpio, okay, for Scorpio's options, we have murder mystery, thriller, or dark romance. So I went for the dark romance thing and picked The Poisoner, because this one just seems like it's gonna have everything in it. I'm very excited to read this. I think it's got vampires. It's also listed as historical. This had so many tags on it. It could fit for so much shit, honestly. But anyways, so definitely a dark romance. But here we go. This is what I'm gonna read for Scorpio. Then for my true note, I have Capricorn again. So I wait for another translated fiction. I'm putting Twisted Wonderland, the manga, Volume 1. I played the game. I was super into it on my phone for like such a long time. I went real hard on this, y'all. Real hard. Do I expect this to be the best manga I ever read? Absolutely not. Is it because I'm a fangirl for this shit? For the Disney villain shit? Yes. It has to be in a chokehold. We're gonna read this. Anyways, so that's my translated fiction, because it was originally in Japanese. And it does read in the Japanese way. So anyways, after that, my last but not least final placement on this chart is the Chiron placement, which I have Cancer. So let's see what that list was. For Cancer, we have poetry, we have found family, and we have a beach setting. So I put, for this one, I went for the found family trope, and I picked The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. So I've heard a lot of good things about this book and this series, so I'm really excited to read it. But anyways, I hope I like it. But that's my TBR for this. And as far as I'm concerned, timing wise, I want to start this around my birthday and then go for a whole year until my next birthday. So my birthday is March 15th. And so I'm going to start then and then try to read through this TBR before my next birthday. That's my plan, to keep it reasonable, because obviously I want to read a lot of other stuff too. But, you know, if you're a very ambitious person and you want to try to do this in a month or two, go for it. Like, you can honestly go as fast as you want. But since it is 12, I figure, you know, 1 a month, that's pretty reasonable. You can start it when I'm starting it. You can start it at your birthday and then do it like that too, and you know, just have it as a personal goal. I have one friend that's trying to get used to reading again, so she's maybe trying to read like 1 book a week or like 1 book a month or something. So if you're just trying to get into reading again and you just need something easy, 1 a month. You picked 12 books, you're gonna read 1 a month, you're golden. So anyways, that's how I'm gonna do it. Take your time, or don't, whichever way you want. But yeah, I'm really excited to see y'all's TBRs for this. Please tag me if you make one. I want to see what y'all end up with. I want to see what y'all pick. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really exciting. And you know, if you've read any of these, let me know what you think. But I am really excited to see what y'all end up with too. So anyways, hope y'all enjoy it. Catch y'all later.